My name's George. So the topic for this morning is thriving in a world of digital learning. And what we find is that there are people who really get this world, and there's some other people who need to know more about it. The more you know, the more you can influence. So about Elementrix, we started off as on a project, a learning and development project with Pt1, and we've come to realize that learning transformation is significantly about people. It's about getting our people on board. So if I cast you back to 2018, late 2017, and we asked some questions. Where is digital learning in Asia? What's being used? What is the level of adoption of digital learning? What are the barriers to the implementation of digital learning? And we did major research in Singapore and Malaysia, partnering with institutes of management, Malaysian Institute of Management and SIM, Singapore Institute of Management, in the last survey. And we developed a number of key insights. And you can download these reports, by the way, off our website. And I'm going to share a small number of those insights with you today. And these provide a great foundation for us to understand the market and what's required. So we talk about the fourth industrial revolution. It's upon us. So we've been through our stages of mechanization and mass production. And then it was all about automation. And that's about computers and computing. But now we're getting into smart computers, computers that are connected, machines that learn. Tesla has got a vision. It's looking and doing research into robots that will do tasks for you. Can you imagine your robot going shopping for you? Well, that's really cool. Or doing the cleaning for you. So we're now in a totally different phase. So digital has certainly become a way of life, and technology has taken off. If you look at my morning this morning, I wake up, what's the first thing that I do? I go to my mobile phone. I check the news. My phone has become my news device, my YouTube and Google learning device. When I'm watching television, and it might be a documentary or fiction, I'm Googling to find out more about it. It's my entertainment machine. It's my food ordering machine. It's my shopping machine. Digital has taken off. It's a part of our lives. And it's interesting how it's taken off in a number of areas in terms of the customer experience. So for those of you who were thinking about having a tattoo, I'm sure some of you secretly were wanting to have that tattoo, but you think, oh, where am I going to put it? What will my tattoo be? So there is an app called Ink Hunter. So you mark your skin, and then you choose, then you work out what's the tattoo, and then you will see the tattoo on whichever part of your body that you want it to be on. Ink Hunter. Their saying is think before you ink. Really interesting. They've got NYX. So for the ladies, if you want to try on your cosmetics, your lipstick, your eyeshadow, etc., you can do it through augmented reality. You don't have to go to a physical store anymore. Ping An Good Doctor. There are 67 active users of Ping An Good Doctor in China. What is Ping An Good Doctor? You're not feeling well, you go to a booth. You make an appointment you speak with a doctor. There are 1,400 doctors. For the most common medicines, they will prescribe you medicine, and it's just like one of those vending machines. And then you pay and you leave. Insomnobot. If for those of you who have trouble sleeping at night, has Insomnobot got something for you? Insomnobot comes on between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. So you're wondering, I'm tossing and turning. Now, Insomnobot, it helps you. You start talking to your phone, and it's all AI driven. Hi, I can't sleep tonight. And it'll say, why can't you sleep? Oh, I've had a hard day. Oh, that's not good. What happened today? And you're actually talking to a machine. You're not talking to a real human being. And of course, the world of customer experience has been expanded significantly. We've got Grab, we've got Airbnb, et cetera, operations, digital as a way of life, increasingly as a way of life in organizations. So we've got this word of this RPA, robotic process automation. We've got the world of big data, data mining, artificial intelligence. We're looking to do ways faster, cheaper, better through digital. We've got business models have been revolutionized. Who would have thought about Airbnb for accommodation, or Spotify for our music, or shopping online? I love going on. I like Lazada, and so my first port of call when I'm looking for a durable good, smaller durable good, I'll go on Lazada. So business models have been upended, and so traditional businesses have been affected significantly. And then we've got learning. Learning, digital can be a way of life for learning. There is some way to go. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So what does it take to get us from where we are to where we can be and should be? And I'll say it again, this is the time for L&D. This is the time for L&D. Peter Senge many years ago said the only sustainable competitive advantage is an organization's ability to learn faster than the competition. This was well before we have the learning technology tools available to us. It's never more true. It's been never more true than today. I was at a conference in Rome, and the head of Unilever Learning, he got on stage and they were very proud of what they were doing. And he said exactly this. He said, we want to build our competitive advantage by having our people learn faster than the competition. If you go to a conference, this is, Kelvin, we meet Kelvin and Sharon, we go to learning technologies. This is before COVID. And when you go to one of these learning technologies conference in London, there are 200 booths, and you come away, wow, this is exciting. This is exciting. They've got so much new technology. You come away excited and you come away confused. And it would be easy to leave that conference to say that learning transformation is all about technology. And that is not the case. Learning transformation is significantly about people, and this is where you play a role. And we'll come to that shortly. So here is the big ticket item. Where is the budget in your organizations? It's in digital transformation. So we were talking to a learning and development professional, and she was saying, it's hard to get budget for digital learning. Oh, but the budget, I'm sure the budget will be there for digital transformation. So the question is, what role does learning play in digital transformation? But before we do this, Arvind, you know the answer, so I'm going to ask you to hold off on this one because you're a smart guy, all right? And so therefore, I'm going to ask you a question. What percentage, could you, in the chat box, in the little chat box, I should say, could you suggest, give us your best estimate of what percentage of digital transformations succeed? Just give us a number in the chat box. Your best guess in the chat box. What percentage of digital transformations succeed? Yep, 80%. Okay, thank you. So I'm just looking, 23%, 70, whoa, 60. I feel like I'm on 5%, 20, 15, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 30, we've got 80, we've got 30, okay, 50, 10, 30, 50, 30, okay. So we've got some big numbers. So from 5, someone says 5, up to 80%, 25, 30. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I have a drum roll, please? Drum roll. I'm just about to give you the percentage. Drum roll. 3, 2, 1. And the data says it is. Oops, let me get rid of that. That was a bit of an, and 16%. And that in 2018 in the United States, $1.3 trillion was spent on digital transformation, which means that 900 million of it was wasted. And there are some questions that come to mind. One is, what is digital transformation? We'll talk about that. But my big question is why? What role can we play in digital transformation? And the Elementrix position is empowering for you. Our position is digital learning adoption, which is our role, L&D's role, is a critical piece in the digital transformation jigsaw puzzle. Say we have organizations, your organization wants to engage in digital transformation. It's probably looking at investing in technology. So we've got the technology, but what else do we need? We've been asked by an organization we're talking to them, and they realize that they need to reimagine a number of things. We've helped them reimagine their learning. And they're now looking at a part of the organization that most of us wouldn't look at. They've got 1,000 support staff. And they're saying, our support staff, they're thinking in the old way. We want to give them a digital mindset. So it is about, instead of looking at how I can do things in the old way, paper or Excel sheets, how can we have them think digital? What are the possibilities? What are the apps? Can we create? It's a bit like the younger people on our team who don't look at who look at the ways that they try to find the technology to do it. So the question is, what role does L&D have? Do you agree that a digital learning mindset is critical? Is a critical step in digital transformation? And our position is clearly it is. And then the next question is, how do we upskill people in digital? And number one, there is a spectrum of this. There is, moving forward, what are the skills that we need to give people? How do we help people become self-driven learners? Some of you, many of you will invest in learning experience platforms, learning platforms. How do we get learners to be self-driven? So L&D, you play, and if digital mindset isn't there, and if we're not upskilling people for digital, it's very difficult for us to use the shiny new technology that is being purchased and invested in by the organization. So here's my key message, one key message for you. This is your time. This is the time for L&D to play a leading role in digital transformation. And we're going to, if you accept that it is our role to help build mindsets and build skills, it builds our confidence to talk to the C-suite and to educate the C-suite as to the importance of digital learning. This is the gap that we've found in many organizations. L&D doesn't really understand digital and learning in a digitally enabled world. So we'll talk about that.